Welcome back, everybody. I'm Stan.
And I'm weird.
Hey, you are weird. We're back voicing over some Final Fantasy 3 footage from. Well, it's been almost a month.
About a month, yeah.
That we didn't lose the audio. We fucked up the audio, but neither here nor there. We have decided.
We realized it was poor for our high quality content that we released.
You funny man.
I try. But yeah.
So yeah, we're just doing an audio overlay, so we're kind of watching it back.
If the last episode taught you anything, we're just going to ramble on, and then this will, it'll be vaguely related to the game.
It might be.
But that said, it will be interesting. Nah, I wouldn't go that far, but still. Hi.
So I see you've killed somebody already.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better than the fire dance every little bit. I'll give it time.
No, Sabin's dead, so fire dancing
yeah,
is...
I totally didn't catch that part, so I can't do it.
If you don't kill the Ings fast, they use Life Shaver, and it will kill guys. Okay. It'll straight up kill them.
I killed it. Him. Yeah. That's our gain stuff. Yeah.
And we got some levels.
A bunch of them gain stuff, actually.
And you don't even res your guy. You're just like, meh, whatever.
Okay.
And then you try to use his magic to resurrect him. Is that what you're trying to do here?
I think so.
I don't know.
This is probably the point where I just go in there and start hitting buttons randomly. Because I've noticed that when I was younger, I had a tendency to when I would think about there's a button that I'm ready to press, like I'm going to cast a spell when the battle starts, like we're playing online, or like I'm going to do something when the battle starts, and then I'm like, I shouldn't have my finger too close. I might press it, and then like 5 seconds later, hit it. Okay, we're starting the battle now.
Just aggro everything.
Yep. Oh, I remember the longest time ago when I first played an MMO. They were like, I was in a 5-man group, and they said, "You should pull that." What? What do I do that? And I'm like, go pull it. And so I ran in there, and I didn't realize that you could shoot things. I realized you could shoot things, but I didn't think about it. So I just ran in there, and I got like 7 creatures on us and killed us all. It was back when it was still difficult.
Oh.
Actually,
there was a guy on DDO that I played with, and that was... Okay, I'm not going to get too crazy in this, but people understand that rogues are not healers, I would assume.
I hope so.
But I was wand healing with my rogue through a dungeon, and one of the guys that we were playing with, and I wasn't playing with like my top-notch groups, like Rita wasn't in the party, it was me and a couple of other guys that I knew, but this was back when they were all brand new, well, newish. They should have known better than this, but whatever. Couldn't find a cleric, so I'm wand healing. And one of the guys just runs through the dungeon and aggro's like way too much shit. And I just let him die, to be fair. But just like, pick the person who's most competent out of this group. You kill guys. I will wand heal you. I will just jump around.
Yep.
But yes, people just don't understand the pull. The art of pull.
You gotta focus on the people. You gotta choose the right horse. There you go.
Well, they say you can't heal stupid. What the heck are we doing now?
I don't know. I was wondering that too. I thought we paused it, but I guess we're just like hanging out on the menu screen.
We're just talking on the menu screen? Is that...
I guess so. Hi.
That was a good 2 minutes of us on a menu.
Yeah.
Alright. So Mark figured out how to get underneath that.
I went into a cave. That was another thing. I forgot how creative they were with the art. Like, going into the cave entrances and they're not obvious like they are now.
Are you talking like texture layers?
Yes, there you go. Those are proper words. But
you almost used fire dance again. I'm certain of it.
Yep. I think I stopped myself at the last second.
And you're gonna morph? I mean, whatever. Oh, you used mantra. You learned the blitz.
Oh, it was a new one. Okay.
Yeah. Except for somebody's gonna die here. Nope, not quite. Oh, now he is. Nope.
What?
Oh, 0. 0.
Edge your seat stuff here. So, another random side story about a MMO was one of my first that I played was what was it called? World War II Online.
Okay.
And the concept was neat. Like you had like you went through France basically. It was just an open world France, and they had just towns, and You get in vehicles, you had tanks, you had planes, you had they didn't have boats, but you could go in open area and fight with people, and you just fought back and forth for fronts. And I got it the day it released, and you couldn't get onto it for like 3 days after it released. Then when you finally got in there, it was just like nobody was there. Like you'd go for 10 minutes, not find anybody. And it was really difficult to find a vehicle because they only had a few areas we could get to. I ended up walking one place, and then I saw a guy who it was like a battle royale game nowadays where you just spend 10 minutes getting there and then doop, dead. Shit. And I remember flying the planes, and it wasn't too bad, but I wasn't really good at it at first. And then I drove with the tanks. The tanks were the fun part. Like you had to have 2 people in it, which, I mean, you could have one, but when you had 2 people and one was a gunner,
sure.
So it was always very difficult to find another person to do it. And when you did, like you had to hope he wasn't a dick and just started shooting randomly and just blow you up. Because if you shot too close to the ground, it would damage your tank. So that was my first experience of an MMO. It had the potential, but yeah.
My very first MMO would have been City of Heroes. It was Yoda, maybe? Rob or Vince. One of them was like, hey, there's a superhero MMO, you should get it, and we'll all go to Rob's house and play it. So we would go to editor. Rob was staying with his sister at the time, and we would go to his sister's house and go in the basement where we had internet. We had high-speed internet because everybody else had fucking shitty internet.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a super group that consisted of just a mismatch of the worst characters on the planet. And we would play. Eventually we got Ross playing. Rita played for a little while. But we would have just this line of computers in the basement. We'd all be like sitting on random, like, not furniture. No one had the brains to like get a camping chair. It would be like 2 people would share like a wicker lawn couch thing. And like somebody would sit on a bucket and...
Did anybody have a milk crate? Oh yeah, it fell.
No, I don't know if anybody had a milk crate. I know that my computer was set up on cardboard boxes. And then we did like, there was raids on it, kind of the equivalent of raids.
Mm-hmm.
Except the one we're like, all right, let's do this whatever raid. So we're playing it, and we ran out of time. Well, I mean, we didn't really run out of time. It was like, we would play from like 11 p.m. until like 6 a.m. So it was morning, and we'd have to go to work the next night, so everybody would go home and crash. But we weren't done with it yet. Mm-hmm. So we just all entered an instance and ran up against a wall. You set the auto run, so it thought you were moving, so it wouldn't auto boot you. So we could come back the next day and finish it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually had a lot of fun. It was a very basic game. I built the completely wrong character because I had built a super strength defensive tank, mm-hmm. which was like one of the worst builds in the game because it wasn't very well balanced. And actually, one of the reasons I stopped playing it was years, down the line. We played it for like probably a year. Everybody else played it for longer. Well, most people played it for longer, but I didn't. And it was because everybody else like super leveled, mm-hmm. except I didn't. Oh, and yes. you could sidekick in that game, uh-huh. where it would bring you up to like 3 levels lower than them. But it was just, I couldn't catch up. It was what it was, whatever.
Yeah.
And then DDO came out, and I was content anyway, so.
Makes sense. Yeah, thinking about it. Ooh, what about this part?
The ninja dropped down from the ceiling.
It's a ninja. Nine-ha. No.
Continue.
Sorry, I was distracted by
comment.
by flashy blades and ridiculous.
Ninja dropped in.
He's giant. Anyhow, but as for MMOs, like there haven't been really that have drawn like a bunch of people in. Like they're not super popular like they used to be. I mean, I think it's a phase or fad.
Part of it is because of the whole time sync thing. I think that most kids, if that's safe to say, kids don't feel like they have the time to invest in an MMO, and I would agree. I don't.
I just think that like what the biggest MMOs now, or like closest thing to them, are like
Destiny.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Destiny. Okay.
Destiny is pretty big.
I would say like League of Legends or.
Oh, you're talking like MOBAs?
Yeah, MOBAs. That's what I'm trying to think of.
I get that.
Those are. I mean, those are even waning in popularity. Like I guess the most popular thing are the PlayerUnknown Battleground and Fortnite.
Yeah.
Which.
The shooties.
Yeah.
Which that is way not me.
I watched when I went on to Twitch because they were giving away free games. I was like, yes, please.
You what?
They gave, or they still have them. Like you can get access to like 5 different. They're old games, and I don't think there was anything on there that would interest you. But one of them was point and click adventures, which I'm all about. They had a couple of them, and as I got it, they had somebody playing Fortnite, and it just looked goofy. Like they were just jumping back and forth, and just like they're hopping around and playing techno music and building up their tower, and just. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all about the goofiness, but there's a point where it's just like, why?
And definitely not my style. Not that I guess I can't give it a fair shake until I try it, but I don't plan on trying it. Mm-hmm. So. It's Grand Staircase.
Oh yeah, I go digging
where all the hidden treasures are.
I gave a thought about getting PlayerUnknown Battleground, but I realized, I don't think I'll like it that well because I think I'm not going to be good at it. I'm
going to be terrible. Although the guys at work play it, and they're like, "You should come and play it with us." Mm-hmm. But
I think more with me is like that's one thing, but more that I think that it's basically a half hour for each match, and if you get to the end,
right?
And with me, I don't have the patience for it, which is odd, but yeah.
I have the patience, I don't have the skills.
I think you just creep like a snake and just shotgun.
Snake!
Snake in your pants. I forget. Well, I think it was. I don't remember which episode. I think it was this one. Well, not this, but the Final Fantasy. I was looking for like a snake reference, and I found the meme of Danger Noodle. And I just appreciated that. I can't see a snake now without thinking that.
Do you see the meme? It's the Pokemon Go fight.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. I will tell my story in the next episode.
See you later.
Later.
See?
I was even watching, and I
wasn't watching at all.